We don't really need to count down.
Yeah. Just go with it.
Hello, world. Welcome to youtube.com/Lake Charles Scion.
We are Lake Charles Scion E-Sports, and if you're here on our YouTube site, you may have wound up surfing over from a funny cat video or something like that.
Probably not.
But probably not. You're probably here about our StarCraft 2 event that we're hosting. So since this is our first video event, let's start by introducing ourselves. My name is Corey Tarver. I am the General Sales Manager at Lake Charles Toyota Scion. This is my brother. He's the General Manager at Tarver Ford and at Lake Charles Toyota. All things considered, it's Tarver Automotive Group. That's our day job. That's what we do in real life. Our night job, I called it night job.
Nerd job.
He called it nerd job.
Nerd job.
And our nerd job, which is what we're really here for, what we do is we started a marketing experiment about 2 years ago called Lake Charles Scion E-Sports, and it's an attempt to develop a gaming community in our area where there's not much really of a gaming community to speak of. And we just thought that would be a great kind of a grassroots marketing effort. So we hosted a few tournaments. This particular tournament that we're hosting, this StarCraft 2 event, has started to snowball, and it's becoming a really, what seems like it's going to be a really great event in our area. So we decided we were going to start hosting these video conferences.
We're going to do probably once a week, at least weekly, maybe even more than that once we get closer to tournament time. We're going to do these, we call them press conferences. I don't know if that's necessarily the right word. We call them press conferences. Once a week at least, that you can come here and you can see what's going on. We're going to update everybody on who the players are that's coming, if there's any rule changes, because we're still working out some of the really specific details about the rules and stuff like that. But mostly it's going to be essentially press conferences announcing big, announcements, exciting things, who's coming, what's going on, what's the prizes, that kind of thing is going to happen right here. So you can always look at the YouTube site and you can see what's going on and you can feel like you're in the loop and in the know. Like you know it before anybody else does because this is where it's going to be first.
Yeah, and sometimes with things happening on the internet, you get current information, outdated information, made up stuff, and anyway, basically if it's here, we're going to make this where we make big announcements, and if it's here, it's legit. So let's start by making a big announcement. Let's make an announcement. We are, of course, I'm sure you've seen it on our Facebook and all over on Team Liquid that we're obviously really excited to have some big names participating in our event. Let's start off by talking about the casting team that we have signed up so far. We've got really early to sign on, which we really appreciate. Is Kevin Vanderkooy, also known as Rotterdam, and his partner, Ben Mr. Bitter Nickel. We're stoked to have them.
A.K.A. Bitterdam.
Bitterdam, A.K.A. the casting team known as Bitterdam. I guess if you cast together enough and your names fit together nicely, they just make up a name for you. So
we could be the casting team. No, we can't.
Wow, yeah.
Tarver, not going to work.
Tarver,
doesn't work.
Yeah, doesn't really work. Okay, so that's our first.
Plus, we're not casters.
Plus, we're not casters. That too, yeah. All right. Anyway, so that's it. We're stoked to have them. We're really, really excited to have them. As part of our second team, we were also pretty excited to get a gentleman named Matt Gegg signed on, who was referred to us from MLG. He has casted a few IEM events, and he's also casted the Lone Star Clash, which is one of the biggest events I think that TESPA produces for esports in general, but I think it has a pretty big StarCraft 2 component.
And he's a hometown hero. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana, right?
Yeah,
and then we also have Jacob Winstead from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah,
he's going to be playing in our tournament.
Who he used to play for EG. I think he retired. I heard something about maybe he's getting married, and I guess that changes your focus sometimes. But obviously, we're really excited to have him. And Matt Gegg is going to be a great asset, I think, to us. We really wanted to get some local talent to be involved, and we're really excited about him. So now our big announcement for this show is our fourth caster. It's somebody that we just didn't have any idea that we could get in contact with, but I said, what the heck, let me just email him and see if he emails you back. He did, which was really exciting. He's a really big-time character in the community. His name is Greg Fields.
We're in go big or go home mode, and so Idra is go big or go home, and we're super stoked about having Idra here. It's pretty safe to say it's probably one of the best American StarCraft 2 players ever. You could probably safely say one of the best ever. He competed against the Koreans in the GSL.
Yeah, anybody that is on
he's just way up there.
The GSL code. I mean, he was a Code S level player, I believe, right? And anytime you have somebody from outside Korea that can compete at that level, it just means that they're just an absolutely phenomenal player.
It's kind of a big deal.
Game. Yeah, but I think it's safe to say that it's kind of a big deal. So we're really excited to have him on board. He's going to complete our second casting team, so we'll have Bitterdam. Maybe we'll make up a creative name. I think Matt Gegg's profile name is Eon Shikino. Does that sound right?
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know if he goes by Eon or if he goes by Shikino. Maybe we can make him We can make something up.
Idra Kino.
Anyway, I think that about does it. I think that's pretty much our big announcement for today. So we'll start plastering that all over the Facebook and the Team Liquid. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook. The more you share it and the more you comment, the more it shows up on other people's Facebooks. That's kind of how Facebook works. So make sure you're commenting and liking and sharing. And also on Team Liquid, I'm sure if you're familiar with the tournament thread on Team Liquid, the goal on Team Liquid is to keep your tournament in the red, in the top 5 or so entries. That's the ones that are the hottest. That's what everybody looks at. So please, 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 if you're on Team Liquid, go bump us on Team Liquid so that we don't have to just keep bumping the thread ourselves and get banned. That's about it.
That's about it.
That about do it?
Thanks, everybody, for everybody's involvement. Keep it up. We're going to do our part and invest everything we can. Every penny we possibly can, we're going to invest in making this the best deal we can. So we just need the community kind of do the community's part and just be a esports community.
Yeah, get the word out, give us feedback, help us make this one of the biggest events that the StarCraft 2 North American scene has ever seen on the independent level.
That's it. Wrap it up.
Thank you all.